Welcome to the BFME2, the rise of the Witch King in a good against evil matchup between great players. We have the red man of the West player Motw, and his opponent is the green goblin player SDK Rambo. So Goblin Warriors versus the Soldiers of Gondor. 2 farm opening for the goblin player. He's going to open with 2 tunnels. Remember, you can also use those tunnels to put your units inside of them and pop out wherever you want to. That's why this faction is one of the most mobile factions in the game. There are only 2 factions that can do this. One of them is the Goblin faction and the other one is the Dwarven faction. So the tunnel number 3 into the Goblin Cave. On the other side, we see 1, 2, 3 farm opening for the man of the West player. He's going to build even a offensive farm in the center. That's super economical, but also at the same time ultra greedy, and the punishment might be super big. So what is the plan from the man of the West player? He needs some units, otherwise defending those greedy farms is going to be impossible. And his first production building is going to be the stables. So he will recruit the Knights of Gondor to trample into the enemy goblins and wipe them out. That's the fastest way to kill them. I mean, that's the opening I didn't see coming, to be honest. And by the way, talking about this map has the design of the Shire. We have plenty of creeps, as you can see at the top side. We have a troll creep, also at the bottom side. These trolls are protecting those neutral structures called the inns. We have also wargs on each side. And like all new maps made for this game, every map is symmetrical. So you have no advantage of being at the bottom side, nor of being top side. They are like a mirror. So look at this, the design is a bit different, but the distance to the choke point is always the same. Okay, 2 goblin warriors, 2 goblin caves. I mean, look at the hobbits, they are scared. They should be. Hide. Don't reveal yourself. So we will have plenty of goblin warriors because there are 2 goblin caves, but the 3rd production building is going to be the fissure. So he will get the chance to recruit the half-troll swordmen / half-troll pikemen, which are great against the Knights of Gondor. The Knights of Gondor will be used for creeping the goblin creep behind the castle, but they won't get level 2 out of this, but you will always get an extra resource from the chest. So it's always good to boost your eco and give you the chance to use this eco you will receive from the creep to recruit more units. But that's going to be the first push. We have a lot of goblin warriors coming with the war chant. They will be able to burst through the first farm and also will get the chance to commit and clump around the second farm in front of the fortress of the man of the West player. The knights have been also rallying cold, but because of too many goblins, you will get slowed down as you charge into them. So it's going to be a bit more time consuming. And because of that reason, he ended up losing 2 of his starting farms. But remember, maybe that's the reason why you want to go for the greedy farms. This one also will be discovered. It will be protected for now, but the goblin player will exactly know where the farm is in the center. So it's going to be easy for him to commit to this farm later on and destroy this because it has no defensive structure around it anytime soon. And the next push is going to also include some of the half-troll marauders, which are the pikemen. So if you get caught by them, you will get one-shotted. They are one of the strongest pikemen, which are not actual pikemen because you cannot trample into them, you can trample through them. So that kind of negates the effect of the pikemen because they have no revenge damage to deal. The farm in the center, like mentioned before, is going to be taken down, and after the first couple of minutes into the game, the goblin player was able to collect almost 2 power points and has currently 450 command points in the bank, and his opponent is up to 600 command points because he has been spamming farms all over the place. He has production building, 2 production buildings. One of them is the stables, the other one is the archer range. He went for the level 2 immediately because he doesn't want to recruit the regular archers. He wants to go for the Ithilien rangers. And the production building number 3 is going to be the barracks. So all 3 production buildings, only missing one is the workshop if you want to recruit some trebuchet. So talking about this matchup, what is the strength of the Goblins and what is the strength of the Men of the West? Goblins are spammy. You can, you know, lose units and replace them. So it's going to be hard for the Men of the West to out-spam the enemy, but he can outclass the enemy. Because that's what the focus of the Men of the West faction is. He can focus on the quality. So that's going to be a perfect example about which is stronger, quality or quantity. And also heroes going to be super important for later on. I mean, talking about the heroes, both factions have plenty of options. Men of the West can recruit cheap heroes like Theoden, for example, Eomer, Eowyn, Faramir, Boromir, but also very expensive and strong heroes like Aragorn and Gandalf. But so can the Goblins. Goblins can go also for an Azog, who is a great duelist. Can go for Shelob, who is super tanky, mobile, great against cavalry, for example. You can go for an ultimate sportive hero like Gorkil the Goblin King, but also for the ultimate hero himself, Drogoth, the Dragon Lord. But you can see, because of the spammability, Men faction is kind of forced to defend, and that gives a lot of time and freedom to the Goblin player. He's able to get so many resources because his eco remaining for the most part of the time, until now at least, untouched. The farm is going to be taken down in the center. I mean, they are trading, Goblins are trading enemy resources for his army. So because he's not bothering to fight enemy army, he's always trying to destroy enemy farms. Fissure level 1, both Goblin Caves are only level 1 too. If you get them to level 2, you will get 10% faster production speed of the Goblins. So the recruit time of 30 seconds will be lowered to 27. 3 seconds on 2 Goblin Caves is like a 6 extra seconds. And if you build more than 2, you will get, of course, more benefit. So when you have this situation, you can always recruit, for example, Theoden, who's super cheap. You can get them dismounted. So you can join the Rangers and Pikemen on foot and provide them leadership, for example. Okay, so what is the plan? Plan is also to capture this inn at the top right, because he was able to creep this with the half-troll marauders. It's good. Tunnel is going to be destroyed by the Rohan Spearmen. Later on, he can also upgrade the barracks to level 2. That will give him the chance and the option to recruit the Tower Guards, the elite pikemen of the Men of the West faction, just like the Rangers from the Archer range. But also he can do this with the stables and get it to level 2 to get the chance to recruit the Rohirrim warriors. So no production, never mind, I changed my mind. He's going to go for the Spider Pit. I'm assuming he won't bother recruiting Spiderlings because they are more like an early game unit. But at this point we have reached the mid game. So in the mid game, what you want to do is you want to get the Spider Pit to level 2, and that will give you the chance to recruit the Spider Riders. Talking about spiders, we will have also the Spider Summon on top of the enemy ranges. That's a good point. So the Rangers are glass cannon, of course. They are about to deal damage, but not tank the damage. They will die to any sorts of damage. But also the spiders were summoned in the close range of the fortress. That means fortress was getting the chance to shoot at them. So that's a 10 power point investment pretty much gone without achieving anything. 825 command points in the bank versus 675. He went for the Lone Tower. Lone Tower, again, another defensive structure. There is one soldier hiding at the bottom left, but Goblins are putting a good work and pressuring from multiple different sides at the same time. And I see the first hero of the game, and his name is Azog. So Azog is going to be, of course, like a great duelist, but also with level 6 you will get a small pillage. It means whenever Azog is nearby and you are fighting, you will get resources for each kill you as Azog or your nearby allied units around Azog will kill. And that means you can basically skip the scavenger power point from the spellbook, even though scavenger is a bit more beneficial. But you know, the pillage ability from Azog is going to be still like almost the same value. With a lot of rangers, soldiers, and even Gondor archers, marketplace is going to be the next building. They changed the marketplace, so you need to reactivate it. It's for free, but you need to think about using it over and over again. Duration is for 2 minutes and recharge time is 3 minutes. So basically like an industry, but not as a PowerPoint. It's more like an upgrade from the marketplace. Okay, so double barracks and archer range level 2. No heroes yet for the Man of the West faction player. Azog is going to be the difference maker. The earlier you recruit heroes, the easier it is going to be for you to level them up to the point in which they will become more valuable. He took a bit more damage. A little bit of experience points is missing for him to get to level 4. It will unlock his great battle reach, making him to a very strong duelist. So he can never fight Aragorn with Andúril sword, but he can fight against any other hero, including Gandalf. Because the anti-heroes in this game from the evil factions like Goblins, for example, are designed to counter the enemy good heroes. Most of the anti-evil heroes do have actually some abilities that is specifically designed to counter enemy heroes. For example, Gorkiel and his Poison Stinger. It's like a cripple duration. You will prevent enemy from moving away from you, which gives you the chance to fully commit to the fight. It's very difficult because these half-throw pikemen are super tanky, so it will take you more time to destroy them or kill them compared to the regular goblin warriors. Spider Pit is level 2. We will definitely get the chance to see more and more Spider Riders, as you can see on your screen right now. And that will force the Man of the West player to recruit more, pikemen. He doesn't have many of them. He has too many archers, but only a few pikemen to protect them. Azog is about to take the creep, and he has his great battle reach, the great red sword. Also, the money will be taken. He never captured the inn. I think he forgot totally about this half-throw marauders at the top side. And he has also units inside the tunnel. So whenever it's needed, he can get them out. And the game is slowing down a little bit. I think people are kind of busy to develop the strategy for the late game situation. He's also building plenty of farms close to each other. The main purpose of this is to increase the command points up to 1000. That's the maximum you can get in this game. And he's at 850, so he will get 900 now from this farm. And that means he needs 2 more farms to get to the maximum, 1000. But he will also be losing farms during the journey to get to that. I also heard the first hero, who's going to be Aragorn, Arathorn's son, the King Elisar. Beautiful trample with the Spider Riders, I told you. Not many pikemen. I don't like Aragorn in this game actually, because Aragorn is only good when you can force your enemy to fight against him. But because he's so sloppy and extremely slow, especially against this faction, every hero from the Goblins is much faster compared to Aragorn. So you can get caught, but you can never catch yourself. And you have nothing that can stop the enemy heroes from moving away. So Aragorn is going to be only good if the Goblin player wants to fight him. But for the most part, he will get the chance to commit now to this farm over here with a lot of Goblins. Also, Azog is doing his job. The build has been chosen, 1700 resources, but Goblins are on the hunt. Plus, he has the Watcher from the spellbook available. So he wants you to be clamped now, and the Watcher is going to counter this. The Watcher is watching. Aragorn, look, that's what I'm talking about. As long as they keep running, Aragorn can never catch them. And also, ooh, he wants to use the Watcher, I think, right here on the spot. I'm pretty confident, but I think you cannot use it when there are buildings nearby. So he wants them to be chasing, but he won't be chasing. He just use rebuild on his tower, by the way, but it's gonna delay. This tower is now he's going to use it. He's not going to use it. Looks like he won't. The second hero is the Shelob, the Spider Queen. The queen and the king or the queen of the spiders. Aragorn is pretty strong. He's level 4 now. That means leadership. Leadership is one of the things which don't really matter for the Man of the West, because every hero almost gives you leadership, but yet they cannot stack with each other. So you can only have one leadership active at the same time. And because there are too many heroes that can give you leadership, leadership is something you don't really need to be worried about. whatever hero you recruit, they will have leadership. Okay, now Aragon is going to turn and fight. Don't fall behind. Spider is chasing. Aragon is super slow, but there comes the Rohirrim summon. And now the Watcher in the water. It's a 15 power point to counter the 15, and the Watcher does not care about friend or foe. He will just wipe out anything and everything that's close to him. And Aragon was able to escape.
Together. Leave no tracks. You need us over here.
I mean, the thing about the summoned units, when you lose them, it doesn't really matter. First of all, you didn't invest any money, plus killing summoned units won't give any power points, not experience points. He has too many Rohan spearmen. I wish he wouldn't have that many and he could just focus more on the tower guards. It would just add much more value to his army. Shelob is still fine. Shelob is a great counter and super tanky against Rohirrim or any cavalry, really. Izok and also Drogoth, the Dragon Lord. Is it a burnt? Is it a plane? Fireball. Okay, he was able to dodge by pressing the X button, which kind of tells the army to spread into different directions. It's always great when it comes to dodge a skill shot or PoE damage ability, like the Fireball, for example. Aragon is using the Anduril sword, not Anduril, the Blade Master. What is he trying to do? He's running like into the enemy lines. Now he's gonna change his mind, but he's losing the duration from the Blade Master. He also has purchased fire arrows for his rangers, that's good. When it comes to deal with the Drogoth, you will of course need a lot of rangers, but also a hero like Eowyn, for example, could be super helpful, thanks to the smite ability, which is dealing great amount of damage to the flying creatures, such as Fell Beast, Witch King, and even also the Dragon Lord will receive a lot of burst damage through this. And also later on, Aragon, Genna, for example, in his Easterly Light, can also deal good amount of damage to the Drogoth. But for now, the battle has been kind of won by the Goblin player. Drogoth is kind of still healthy, he will heal up back to full HP. Plus, it's very difficult to fight for the map control against Drogoth. Your builder is going to be eaten with 2 hits, plus he will be able to destroy the farms also in like 2 hits. He's going to try to build a wall hub, he will get the chance to do that, but the wall hub is going to get insta-bursted. So there is no escape from the Dragon Lord. And the builder is going to go down to the Goblin town, literally. Okay, what is the building he's gonna go for next? It's going to be the fissure number 2. So later on he can also go for the armory to make those half-troll pikemen even tankier, thanks to the scavenge armor, and also make them deal more damage thanks to the forge blades. But for now, he's going to stick up to the spam, so he wants to make sure that his army is always greater, in size at least, compared to the army of his opponent. Aragorn, the one-man army. Izok also fighting against him. He's so slow thanks to the webbed ability. Aragorn learned how to fight, but because nobody taught him how to run away from the fight, he's either gonna win or lose. There is no escape. There is no tie. And level 7 Izok, that's pretty powerful. Faramir, what can he do? He just got recruited, he's only level 1. And goblins are literally everywhere. I will also take a look into the current power points in a second, but I want to see what the Dragon Lord can do before this happens. Eowyn has been also recruited. Dragon Lord is super low, so need to be careful about that situation. Power point wise, almost 24 power points collected already. For 24 now, almost 25 for the Goblin. Shelob is on the hunt. Eowyn, I don't know what she's cooking, but She's gonna get eaten by the Spider Queen. Get over here. Oh, he's gonna use the smite. Ooh, Eowyn screaming, I am no man. Oh, son. It's the demon of the ancient world. Fly like a butterfly, stitch like a bean. Show me what you got. The PowerPoints from Man is not looking hot. He's super far away from getting to the point of getting even close to the off-breakers. And I see heroes from the Goblins are leveling up like crazy. Only Eowyn staying here. Get over here. Let me know in the comment section down below, how does it feel like to see Balrog zoomed in like this in the 4K resolution? How does it feel like? Aragorn just doesn't bother because he's listening to Gandalf's advice. Swords and bows are not useful here. They're useless. You cannot fight. Measure effects is super behind. Actually, he's still kind of rich, but his PowerPoint choices were not the greatest. He lost almost every production building. Aragorn is trying to fight, trying to show that he's the true heir of Gondor. But in order to be a one-man army he's desiring to become, he needs to be at least level 10. Off-breakers have the capacity to turn him into a one-man army indeed. But the fight is not fair. We have Azog shattering on him, spiders being summoned on him. What can one man do against such reckless heat? And Eowyn gets what she wanted, side by side with Aragorn. I wish Faramir is not paying attention to this. Where is Faramir actually? Pressure is real. Dragon Lord is back from the graveyard, ready to fight. Plus, he's about to get the banner, forge blades, get the armory to level 3. That will give him the option to research the scavenge armor, which is ultra tankiness for the already durable army of the Goblins. He just used rebuild. Long shot from the Rangers, not gonna connect. Also, the Spider Queen, Shelob, is about to be level 6. And here is the thing. If she gets level 7, Poison Stinger is another ability. It's a great counter to the enemy heroes. But we have the Grey Wizard. That was funny actually. I say we have the Grey Wizard, not great, because Grey isn't great. And then Fireball is going to knock him down. And that's the reason why I totally hate the Gandalf in Rise of the Witch King. He's such a douchebag, you know. It's not cool to have him as a pleb like this. He's so slow on foot. His abilities have incredible long cooldown, and also it takes him ages to use and cast them. So all in all, he's a hero that's not worth a penny. Unless enemy just gives you over and over again, every 45 seconds, the chance to go for a perfect blast. Big armies of goblins. Oh my god. Oh my god. The forge blades on these boys are it's not kind of looking sexy. Kind of looking sexy. He's preparing for the big army. Big army of the goblins. Azog would be proud.
We will protect Gondor's frontier.
Who now has the strength to fight against the forces of Rambo? This is the name of the player. And goblins. And the union of the two evils. Okay, so he just summoned the Rohirrim warriors into the rallying call. He wants to deal damage and kill as many goblins as humanly possible before the goblins gonna make it to the guy. So trample into the goblins. Remember, I told you before, after all, marauders are not acting like a regular pikeman. They have no revenge damage, so you can ride through them. And their counter is not... Oh, that was a beautiful blast actually, but you see what I'm talking about. A beautiful blast Plus, they don't even die anymore to the blast since they have scavenged armor. So the blast, you will need it. You need to hit it like 3 times for the for the half-throw pikeman with the scavenged armor to die. The Watcher in the water, eating. Oh my god! Did you see what happened? She wanted to use the ability, but the Watcher is like, nope, no, 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 no. But she's gonna use it now potentially. I want to see the damage output actually. All the heroes are kind of running away until that's going to be used. I want to see the ability. Let's see. I am no man. The longest spear throw in the existence. Good amount of damage actually. Not like a huge burst what you can do against the foul beast, but it's decent. Towering up, and I'm you know, telling confidently. I think those 3 tunnels from the Goblin player, this one over here, plus this one in the front, have not been taken a single time down in this whole game. Not a single time. And Sheelop is doing what she's the best at, okay? So making sure that the cavalry isn't able to harass. And by the way, I'm using the HD edition for Rise of the Witch King for the patch 2.02. And you can also access to the HD edition by using the all-in-one launcher from the description down below. Plus, by using the launcher, your game will always be up to date. And every update they will make to Rise of the Witch King, to the BFME2, but also to the BFME1, the patch 2.2 is going to be like automatically installed for you once you click on the update button. So no more manual downloads, moving files around. We have 2025, so that's not needed. 23 power points collected. You can go even for his second 25. Motw, the Man of the West player, has collected around 16 power points in total. He has a good outpost over here, double tower. One of them has the garrison archers in it, and he's rotating, but the size of army, you can already tell that this army is looking much scarier compared to the army. Plus he has 3 mountain giants, the baseball gamers, basketball I mean, and they are moving. Now, they are coming. Big trouble over here. So what can you do, Gandalf? What can you do, Gandalf? Level 1 Gandalf? I want you to blast me. Please blast me. Oh, he actually got level 2 out of this, using the bubble. But Sheelop is on the hunt. Old man cannot even move fast. Can the guy get away in safety? Tower guards are protecting him. Turn and return fire, that's good. Beautiful trample, level 6 now. Has the tunnel ability. And the giants have crazy long range. And when you... What is Eowyn doing over here? Eowyn died. I think... Oh my god, a dragon. With a flying one and a ground one. Plus the giant... I'm gonna show you the vision control of the Man of the West, okay? So this is... Okay, he used, I think, the ivory tower or something. Yeah, he used the ivory tower. That's why he's able to see the whole map. But usually he won't be able to see those giants because that's how long their range is. Aragorn, ooh, beautiful blast actually, but they don't die. That's the problem. They don't die. They don't go down. Using the bubble. What's the cooldown of the bubble? I didn't know. It's a minute cooldown and active for like 5 seconds. 5 secondo. 23 power points collected. Aragorn using the Blade Master and trying to do stuff, but Gandalf is getting poked out. No heal ability is on cooldown. Aragorn is using the Elendil to save the day, to make them run away into different directions. Now we have the legendary 1v1 everybody was waiting for. Azog against Aragorn, but we have not gotten the chance to see this in the films. But I'm telling you, nobody can fight Aragorn in a sword mode when he's using the Blade Master. But the giants keep hammering. He's gonna use the rebuild. Now he has the power points to go for the off-breakers. He should be doing this immediately. Never mind, he's using the Knights of Gondor to kind of force the giants to retreat. And the Dragon Lord is coming back. But the smite is on cooldown, never mind. He picked the off-breakers. Level almost 7. Did Gandalf die actually? Let me take a look. No, Gandalf didn't die. Neither did Aragorn. That's pretty good. Atlas is on cooldown for the next minute, I think. And if Gandalf gets level 5, he will... Ooh, son. Now the power points are very important here. EOD is able to generate you even more power points, okay? So if it's used in a good way, if you get the chance to kill heroes from the enemy with the EOD, you will get actually like a huge benefit. That's the power point, the only ultimate power point that's able to generate crazy amount of extra power points. Ooh, bro, this Eowyn has been popping off on the Dragon Lord all game long.
I will represent the men of Gondor.
Maybe it's a little bit late for Boromir, the captain of Gondor. He's only level 1. Tower guards are looking super nice with the new skin. I like it. And also Faramir, the captain of Gondor, has been revived. So Eowyn is also here. That's good. No Elma, no Theoden. All game long. She's slowed. She's swept. And she's gonna go down. Maybe not. There comes the backup. There comes the reinforcements.
We will keep the forests of Gondor safe.
Okay, the game is not over yet. We have 1,000 command points available for both the players. But remember, Rambo used the Balrog a while ago. And he will get the chance to use it for the second time. In a second. Like, he can use it. And maybe we will see the epic moment of the whip against the Gandalf. So close, yet so far. Level 4 is a good milestone too for the wizard, because that will bring him the shadow effects. So he gets the chance to be mounted and become faster. Cannot carry. Okay. He's going for the tower spam. A blast is available. Maybe a great blast. And he turns level 5 here. That's going to be a good one. And I am Gandalf the White. And I come back to you now at the turn of the tide. In BFME1, nothing can knock down Gandalf from his shadow effects. Nothing. Okay, even the worms, I mean, lots of creatures are coming. Whip him, whip him, whip him. Istari, don't deal too much damage. Whip him, Gandalf. Whip him, Balrog. You can do this. He's next to you. Lightning Sword is on cooldown. He's going to use Blast. Oh, how can he miss the perfect opportunity to whip him? Oh my god, Eowyn is running into the flames. Actually, Gandalf's basic attacks are also dealing good amount of damage. Does he have repair? He does have repair. So there is no shot he can destroy this fortress, by the way. Yes, it was also armor on it. So, like, you need to know this. So not waste time to destroy this fortress. You can destroy the production buildings instead. So he's gonna use rebuild. That's something it doesn't work against factions like Angmar because they can freeze it. Against factions like Men of the West and Dwarves because they can repair it. Okay, he just used Easter Light against Balrog, so it has like a very long cooldown too. 2 minutes and 30 seconds is pretty long. Actually, crazy long. This is like crazy long. It's a minute, for example, recharge time. Ooh, what is the recharge time of this? A minute too. So why you putting 2 minutes and 30 seconds on this ability? It's like a Fireflight ability too, which in my opinion is much more powerful compared to the E-Starry Light from Gandalf. So they are gone. Level 7. Ooh, the Fireflight. And now you are gonna be poisoned. The old man needs Aegis. He's gonna get killed. Oh my god, what is his animation? What? What? I've never seen this before. But we see his sword and stuff. Your stuff is broken, Gandalf.
Let us scout for Gondor.
Rest in peace, Gandalf, in the chat. Okay, so he has no money to revive him. That's the problematic part. His AOD still far away from being ready for the second time. That's the problem number 2. Problem number 3 is he is still 5 power points away from his Earthquake, which could be good in, you know, order to stall and give you more time, because your perfectly placed Earthquake could deal crazy good damage here to these production buildings. And a lot of Michael Jordans and Kobe Bryants, you know, too many basketballs. Too many shots in the face. But I need to give credit to this girl Eowyn. She deserves all the credits in the world. She has been killing this Drogoth on and off. Did Eoma just get killed and whipped? I think the Watcher just whipped Eoma. The Giants. Bombadillo. Wat kan Bombadillo doen? The Tainted Land. The focus. The attack. He's gonna go for the Great Company because he knows repair is on cooldown. If the fortress falls, you cannot use any of your power points anyway.
Soldier battalion at the ready.
Oh, that's a tunnel ability from Sheila, but she's gonna go down. She was too low HP to do this. But I think his only mission is to destroy the fortress, and he will be able to do this. The arrow volley from the spellbook doesn't deal too much damage to the giants, nor does the fire on the ground. And he has nothing that can kill those giants in time. This means the fortress is down. He has 4.6k. He could rebuild the fortress if he has a builder. Let me take a look into this. I see a builder at the top side. I think that's the only builder he got. And he has now the money to do this. So 5 point, yeah, he's going to rebuild it. Oh my god, is this going to be the greatest comeback of all time? Is this going to be the time for us to see Aragorn level 10, Gandalf level 10, and a great comeback? Imagine like a word of power right on these faces, you know? There's also Tower Guards with them. Heavy armor plus forged blade, so it's a really long game, right? It's one of the longest games in the recent history of Rise of the Witch King. Plus, this Rangers with fire arrows hitting like a truck against buildings too. You can destroy those towers in a second. They are melting through them. And in the late game, it's super difficult for the goblins to deal with too many Rangers with fire arrows, because they are almost countering everything what goblins have to offer. Besides maybe Spider Riders, but also Spider Riders are not super tanky. They have not the chance to purchase the Scavenge armor. They have also the Fire Drake Bradhort, so the 3 of the Fire Drakelings, because they are super small. But you know, from Gimli, size doesn't matter everything. Azog. He doesn't know, but we know. Doesn't know that a man is rebuilding his fortress. Goblins are command points kept. He has 4.5 thousand. That's why he has so much money. And that's the reason why he's able to buy upgrades even on the Goblin Warriors. Now it's arguable maybe he should stop making goblins and start making more half-troll army because of the resources he currently got. And I'm telling you, the giants are hurting, man. 91%. The siege will continue. 5 giants is all it takes. The fortress has been rebuilt, but the abilities are still on cooldown. It's a matter of time. The only chance for the Man of the West faction player to win this game is if the Goblin player somehow disconnects or his mother comes to the room and says, "Oh, you need to stop gaming, you know, it's time to go to sleep," and pulls off the internet cable or something. That's literally the only possible way. the siege. Bro, this is crazy damage, no? Like, they are literally one-shotting everything. Plus, you can also level up. This guy is level 3. He's like the daddy of the mountain giants, the frontliner. That's why he's gonna go down first.
Help! They're everywhere!
I summon the blue eyes white dragon.
Spider!
Now, the only thing that keeps him alive is the fortress, because he has no other production buildings. He's trying to get some, because the way the game is designed, once you lose your fortress and you lose all your production buildings, so basically buildings you can recruit either siege weapons or regular units from, you will automatically lose the game, regardless about how much money you have or about how many builders you got. GG, well played. It was a great game. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like to this video, subscribe to not miss future uploads on this channel. I will see you next time. Until then, take care of yourself, keep hitting like a truck, and as always, stay beyond standards. Peace out, boys.